everybody, this is Heather Baltus, and today I would like to get you familiar with Bakersfield College's college catalog. So if you start at the home page for Bakersfield College, we're going to go to Programs and Classes and click on College Catalog. This year they've totally revamped the catalog and it is really amazing. So I'm excited about the new catalog moving forward. They've simplified things, it's not so difficult to understand. There is a lot of information in there, so hopefully this will help you kind of decipher what you need and don't need. One of the things that you need to remember is to make sure that you're clicking on your catalog right year. This is the year that you started. If you took a year break, then you start over. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the 17-18 catalog. If you want to download the full thing, go for it. Otherwise, I'm going to specifically talk about certain sections. So the first one is our transfer guide. They redid this section and it is a lot easier to understand. If you're wanting to transfer, you have to have at least 60 transferable units. So you have to keep that in mind as we put together not only your general education requirements, but also your major requirements. So this is an outline of just the different transfer opportunities for you. If you want to go to a CSU or UC campus, they have a map in here to outline all the different options for you. If you're wanting to go out of state or to a private school, you're going to have to do a little bit more work to figure out what is exactly transferable. Right now, Bakersfield College has a relationship with UCs and CSUs, and we've coordinated with them so that they can accept the classes that we offer. If you are not sure if you want to transfer to a UC or a CSU, I would recommend that you do the Intersegmental General Education Transfer Curriculum, otherwise known as IGETC. This is for those of you that are kind of unsure, or if you definitely know you're going to UC, use the IGETC pattern. So in this, they've revamped this again, and it's amazing because it's so easy to understand, okay? You have all these different areas, area 1, 2, 3, and so on. And from these areas, you have to pick one course from each group. This is a requirement as a general education to transfer to a UC or CSU. For a UC, you only have to do group 1A and group 1B. If you're going to a CSU, then you have to do this group 1C, CSUs only. So you'll pick one here. The only option is English B1A. You'll pick one of these classes. There's 3 different options to choose from. And let's say, okay, well, which option should you choose? Well, the next one I would want to draw your attention to is to go down here and open up course list. In the course list, this lists every single course that you can take here at Bakersfield College. And I believe the first one was English B2. So instead of going through this entire document and scrolling down, if you press Control F, this window will pop up down here and we can put in English B2 and it'll pop up for you. The key to looking at these different classes is to see the prerequisite. So right now it says that you have to have English B1A or equivalent with a C or better in order to actually even take this class. And that's really important to know because when you're mapping out your college education, you were placed in a certain level English class. And you have to have English B1A in order to transfer to a CSU or UC. In order to take this English class, you actually have to pass this one first. So you need to make sure that they're in sequential order so that you get out of here in a timely manner. So if we go back here, we can see English B2 is Advanced Composition and Critical Thinking. B3 is Argumentative Writing. What is that philosophy class about? Well, let's pull it up. I think it was B7? Nope, that's not it. What was it? B9. Okay, we'll go back. That is also a critical thinking one. And you have to pass that B1A. So this is kind of a useful tool for you guys to kind of filter back and forth between general education requirements and figuring out the classes that you want. If you go down, we have IGETC for STEM. And then if you know you're going to Fresno State or if you know you're going to CSU Bakersfield, you'll want to just do this CSU general education pattern. Same thing, Area A, English Language Communication and Critical Thinking. You have to have 9 units, one from each area. So you have to pick one of these communication classes. You'll always have to take English B1A, and then you're going to have to pick, one of these English philosophy or communications classes. Again, using that course PDF to go in here and figure out which one you actually would like to take. This is just a useful tool down here, this find button. So this is the general education portion. The other thing that I'd like to draw your attention to is making sure that you have this up as well as your major. So all of you guys are majoring in different things. For these examples, I'm going to be using agriculture, so I'm going to pull up the coursework that you need in order to become an ag business major and graduate with your AST. So I'm going to find that in here. Here we are. So this tells you about the agribusiness program, and it also tells you what required courses you have to take in order to have this specific degree. So I would encourage you, if you're not an ag major, that you go in here and find the one that you're majoring and pull that up as you're planning your general education. The reason why is because a lot of these courses will overlap in your general education, and you can, what I call, double dip. So it applies for your major and it applies for general education. You can kill two birds with one stone. So we see this most prevalently in the science area. So in area B, we have to do some science and life sciences and laboratory. In this one, you have to have 9 units. One of your classes has to have a laboratory activity. So if we look down here and we look at, we got chemistry, and I don't see any ag in that one, but voila. We have crops B5, which we were nice. We put crops B5 as part of your requirement. So it'll count towards your degree and it'll count towards your general education. We've done this a lot with a lot of these classes so that it makes it easier for you to transfer over. So Ag Econ, guess what? You're going to find that in area D, right here in economics. So that again is a class that you can use for both. So just keeping these simple kind of techniques in mind as you plan your student ed plan will help you move forward. I think that's it for right now, just getting you familiar with BC's college catalog. So I'm going to sign off. Over and out.